That's Beck. This is Willie Nelson.
Say what?
This Buddy Guy and John Mayer at Farm Aid. It's Dave Matthews at Farm Aid here.
Oh, Dave.
This is Willie, Neil Young, and Mellencamp at Farm Aid.
Say what? That's deep.
I like, yeah, it's got this, those yellow stripes.
Is he wired up?
You know, wired up.
One tripod, one
Man, that's
handle.
awesome.
Okay.
Perfect time.
Is that
All right.
camera?
I guess it's more better than I thought. The movie truck's out there right now. They want to know if you can push it.
Man, you got it, Russ.
You thought that
So what am I supposed to talk about? Because I got like maybe 5 minutes and I have to really
I
go.
know. Thank you for letting us just want to hear about. We would like you to talk about your, you and Frenchy, and his impact maybe on the New Orleans music scene, and also we know you're not just you as an artist, but also your family, and just sort of give an overview. Frenchy talks about I play brush. He is like a part of the New Orleans musical family in many ways.
Well, I'm going to tell you something that y'all don't know. And only when the film is over, I'm going to freak y'all out.
Can I get this mic going? No, we don't need it. It's locked. We don't need it. You sure? Oh, that's right.
Make sure I'm articulate.
Relax.
All right.
It'll make you look good.
5, 4, 3.
Hit it.
What's the theme, man? Okay, should I start?
What's your name and who you play with?
Okay, hello world. It is I, Russell Batiste, funk master from Funky Meters, Vita Blues, the Batiste Brothers Band, Papa Grows Funk, Russell Batiste Orchestra from the Hood. You name them, I've been there. But this is about Frenchy. So tell y'all something y'all don't know. I've gave Frenchy his first brush solo. At a Papa Grows Funk gig, it was supposed to be a drum solo. And what I did is I stood up and I pointed to Frenchy and I screamed on the mic, "You got it, Frenchy!" And Frenchy took a brush solo, which he just went totally mad and probably painted this one. And he was going off, So one thing about Frenchy and New Orleans music, the band is kicking when you see Frenchy standing on the table painting.
That's what we were wondering about. You see him from the stage?
Well, that's when you know that you're doing your job musically.
Okay,
The band is working when Frenchy's on the table and the brush starts slinging.
Yeah.
You're doing your job.
Back there at the drum set.
Yeah.
Real nice view.
Well, then see, it makes me feel good because, when I'm playing and if I see Frenchy all of a sudden up there and he's going off, that's like, wow, I'm making him move. So it lets me know that I'm doing, handling my end of the New Orleans tradition of making the music come to life and as well inspired him to paint all these pictures that he's painted. And as you can tell, looking around here, he's been inspired to paint a lot of pictures because this gallery is full of New Orleans, a lot of New Orleans flavor.
His output is pretty incredible, isn't it? I think he's done 2,000 of them.
Jesus, I think I've known Frenchy since 92 or 93. There's a club on the corner that was called Muddy Waters, and back in those days, I was playing with George Porter and the Running Partners band. And Frenchy has come a long way since then. He's
As a person or as an artist?
Yeah, as a person and an artist.
Cool.
First of all, he has the respect of a lot of major people here in New Orleans, such as people that don't have. If you're not a musician or somebody, in the music industry in New Orleans, if you're not playing sports or on the Saints football team, you're practically no one. Put it that way, you know what I'm saying? So Frenchy has broke through the ground of being someone. I mean, like he's at every Saints football game. He's like part of the Saints football game. Part of the Superdome tradition, what have you. And I've never known anybody else. I've never seen a photographer. A painter, whatever, at any Saints game, and he's been featured. So that tells you a lot about him in New Orleans.
Yeah, you read about that. He's pretty selfless.
And he's, yeah.
To already, have
To my knowledge, she's the only one that's persistently been at a Saints game for the past 5 or 10 years or whatever, however long he's been doing it, painting. So when you see Saints football highlights, look out for Frenchy in his paintings. If you see some guy on the scaffold with paintbrush in his hand, 9 out of 10 is Frenchy. Basically, if you go to any major concert or whatever, and you just see a guy standing up with a brush, big old canvas, it's most likely Frenchy. Thank you.
We love your band too. When are you next playing?
Good luck with everything, man. We'll see you out in the road. We'll see you out in California.
Playing
Sure.
this weekend with anybody?
Man, I'm playing with my girlfriend. She just got home,
Okay.
taking a break.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Wrapping it up like that.
Well, thank you for your time. It's a nice sound bite. You come to the Maple Leaf, I think we want to show it there first.
Oh, yeah?
To the community. To all you have.
Hold on. You gotta put me back on again.
Okay.
You mentioned the Maple Leaf. You gotta show it over there. I haven't mentioned I haven't never
I'll tell you what, I'll just hold this
hold
out of
this
the frame. Yeah, just put it out here. Okay. And you just get this with it out of the frame. That's fine.
Start rolling.
Yeah, no, this is fine.
All right.
Russell's got some insight.
Yeah. Last but not least, Frenchy is part of one of the main major attraction here in New Orleans, and that's the Maple Leaf nightclub, and that's most likely where you'll be able to find Frenchy because all of the hottest bands that come out of New Orleans play at this club called the Maple Leaf here in New Orleans. And there's only one guy that goes into the Maple Leaf that they let in there with a canvas and paint and do his thing. And his name, ladies and gentlemen, Frenchy. Thank you.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's home court, we've already told.
Thanks so much.
See you later.
See you, Russell. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay. Good.
I hope he stays. He at one point had given notice that he was moving out of the apartment.
Well, you've seen already, we're going to make it
Let
better.
him have a seat here.
Are you guys like that?
I love that hat.
Yeah, I love the hat.
How you been, sir?
Oh, yeah.
We saw you at High Sierra. Oh man, that looks great on camera. That pops like a motherfucker.
Thanks, y'all. For the
Yeah, well,
We just saw you down in Jersey. It's a good
Oh,
show.
you were there?
Smoked a little bit. Music was great. Yeah.
Mexicali Blue.
And Josh.
yeah.
That's Josh.
He's coming.
It's all right.
Sure, thanks for coming over,
Batman
man.
mask. Let me wear that mask. Let me wear that fucking mask. That's me right there. Batman? Oh, dog. Everybody gonna know it's Russell without even seeing my face.
George,
What's up, guys?
How are you,
George,
sir?
hardest
Nice to see
working
you.
man in show business.
Oh, man.
Hey, you both eat.
I fucking feel like I've been working hard, too. Damn.
Long day, huh?
Yeah.
And now he's got the deal.
I was up here at the Maple Leaf at 11 o'clock this morning setting up my fucking gear. So I didn't have to come rushing in tonight.
Well, thanks for coming over with us and sitting with us again. Just wanted to get some further thoughts from both of you on Frenchy and his work, and what it means to you, your relationship with him. You sort of talked about it earlier in the film, and just any thoughts you might have.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that fucking orange, man. Oh, that orange, man. That's true.
Well, it's Halloween. Orange and black.
All right.
Got any good stories about Frenchy?
Man,
okay,
yeah, Russ, you got this. Y'all hang harder than I do.
Frenchy is the only artist that we give a paint solo to. Like I take a drum solo, George take a bass solo. When I see Frenchy in the house, I say break it down. We're gonna give Frenchy a solo. And I say, hit it, Frenchy, and then the next thing you know, you see Frenchy. And that's a Frenchy solo. Invented by me, Russell Batiste. Let's do a scene like Prince. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell George, and then George will tell you what I'm asking. What I
I remember when Frenchy first came to New Orleans. Or let's say I shouldn't say the first came to New Orleans, but the first time I saw him, I believe it was at Howling Wolf or something like that, and we were on stage working, and I looked in the back, and man, this guy was just like all over the place on his canvas, and I said, man, that can't look like nothing. I mean, you know, it's like the brush is not hitting anywhere more than once. You know, it's like it's just all over.
Actually, he was creating a masterpiece.
That painting is hanging on my wall at my house. You know, he gave it to me that night after the gig. You know, it was cool.
Frenchy is also the only painter who went down like the Cake Man from Sesame Street, scaffold and everything, and the crowd packed. Born around my first gig at the Bank Street Bar and Grill, Frenchy was there in the house. Cause Frenchy, I know one thing about Frenchy. Anytime something like a new band in New Orleans, somebody, you know, a new band coming up or coming out, Frenchy's always there at a place to be. You got to give him that. But you know, also that same night, I seen Frenchy take a dive. Sesame Street, the Cake Man. I got 2 lemon pie treats and so on. And then he go down. I see Frenchy in the middle of a packed house. He went down, scaffold and all. And then he came back, and that painting is on my wall. Yeah, that painting is on my wall today.
What does he mean to Oak Street? Because you guys kind of set up a residency here. You play every night, every Tuesday night, right? Yeah.
Every Thursday night. Every Thursday night with the trio, Johnny Bodakovich and a different third party. For this past month, Russell's been playing, and because Johnny's out on tour with Joe Sample, I believe, or something like that. And it's been having a good fun, you know. We got some new ladies that's been coming in asking for Russ all the time.
Okay, but back to Frenchy. Yeah. I mean, you can count on Frenchy being. I guess you could say you count on him being there with us, doing this thing when it really counts. Like all the hottest parties, all the hottest shows that I've been performing in. I noticed there was a guy against the wall painting on the scaffolding, you know what I mean, painting in the background and all that stuff. And there's only one person who's allowed to do that in any concert that I've actually seen. Once again, it's Frenchy. It's Frenchy.
Yeah, we remember that wedding we did at Rosie's a couple of months ago.
It was Frenchy.
Frenchy was there at the wedding in the back of the room painting the wedding.
Yeah,
it was
it's
cool.
Frenchy. I mean, I don't know where the hell Frenchy come from. I seen him.
Yeah, where the hell is he from?
Boston, Lowell, Mass.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I just know him. I don't know where I know him from. I just know Frenchy and shit. He's been painting for forever. So you know, and I guess now he's finally getting his recognition. It's long overdue, but you can tell by looking at his art, he's not new to the game by a long shot. You know, he's like an old pro or veteran. Like we're on the music game, you know.
Well, you seem to inspire each other, both of you are.
Yeah, well, it's an art form, you know, so we're communicating also. You know, so I don't have to speak to Frenchy. I can just look at him and he goes on, hit the paint on and kind of scaffold and all that. And I'm assuming that he just painting to our grooves, to the music, you know, because I don't see him painting when we're not playing. I only see him painting when we're playing.
Someone else is here right now.
There he is.
Get the shot.
Just walk in the picture.
Get the shot.
He's like, well, I didn't walk into it.
You know, Brian, I need something to mellow down this orange.
Well, he got on all black.
Halloween.
Pissed me off. I had the same costume I was getting ready to wear, and he beat me to it.
And say, bro, this time I want the unedited version copy of this.
You got it now.
All right.
All the outtake.
I mean, I want all of this.
He's been growing, man. I've been seeing him go, you know, away, you know, into other planets. Like there's this piece behind us, man. I've been watching him work on that for about 4 or 5 weeks, and every time I come in, is different.
That's awesome.
It looks, it changes. Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about his stuff, especially this kind of stuff, is that if you just turn it over, every time you flip it, it's a different painting.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you can buy this one piece and you just bought 4 paintings. You know, because you know,
Yeah, for real. You put it any place in your house.
you can move it. You can move it around the house.
One painting, but actually, you got several different paintings because
I like this. This is a nice piece. I like
this
this.
abstract shit is really abstract, you know. And so, to all you PBS fans, we're down with Frenchy, and all you Frenchy fans, come and check us out, PBS. Porter Batiste Stokes.
That part will get cut, I know that.
They're gonna cut that part out.
Don't cut the plug.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate your time and appreciate your love for Frenchy, because that's why we're making this film. So we really appreciate it.
I thought you was making it because I was in it.
That's the next one.
Oh, you got it. You ready?
You get your name out of it.
I can't move too fast right
The
now.
orange thing.
The orange.
Saxophone shorty.
I get it right, bro. I gotta stop laughing.
Saxophone shorty.
When I stop laughing, then I can get it right.
We have another friend with Frenchy here, Mother Dave.
You ready to get your ass busted, my Dave? You know about
I think you're saying to the
All right. Step right up.
So George.